I know you like sports.
Mm-hmm.
You play golf, I think, right?
I love to play golf. I love to play scrambles because there's always somebody good in my team. I also like golf because they turned my dad's dairy farm into a golf course after my parents retired. So my dad loves to play that golf course. You know, well, this is where we planted the corn, and this is where I would fish in the creek, and this is where I'd hide from mom. And I enjoyed doing that with my dad, so I love to play golf. But I think my ultimate favorite is on the water fishing. I love to fish. Okay. I just came back from a great trip.
I saw that.
And hence the black eye. Did I explain? The dog
I want to
got
know
my black
about
eye.
Yeah, what happened to the what?
I was playing with a puppy, and we were kind of messing around on the floor, and we were goofing off, and he backed up, and his head hit my eye. So I have a black eye.
Gave you a good one.
It's a nice one. Yeah, but I love fishing. I love to fish.
Well, I saw the picture of you with the big, very large fish. It was about your size.
Yes.
What happened? How'd you get that fish?
How
did you bring it in?
Right, 25 minutes is how long it took.
Wow.
I went fishing with Glenn Plah, who's the average angler, who is on Bright House Sports Network, and being that I'm doing crossover with the channels now, and I thought, gee, I love to fish, and I brought up the idea, what if I went with you on your fishing show? Sure, we'd love to have you. So I'm at work when I'm fishing, and I love it. Not all the time, but yeah. So I love fishing.
What kind of fish? Well, I know I asked you earlier about when you were younger, but I understand from reading about you that you were heavy at one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really
raised on
heavy?
Southern food. I got up to be a 12 going on a 14.
No way.
And you know, it's all about being raised. My mom, I mean, you know, fried chicken, bacon, you know, biscuits, gravy, and don't even let me bring up my grandma's applesauce cake. I mean, how can you say no to that stuff? And pumpkin pie. So yeah, it was the food that I ate.
When body dynamics before working out, and how often do you work out now?
Well, as often as I can. I do my machine pretty much all the time. I haven't belonged to a gym, and since I was Body D was the last gym I belonged to, and that had to be at least almost 2.5 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And I use that at least 3 to 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week. Now, if I tell you I work out 7 days a week, please don't think I go home and spend 30 minutes on my machine. I do not. My routine, and this is very normal for me, I'll go in, change my clothes, turn the music on, do 5 minutes on my machine, get my heart rate up. Then I'll go do my laundry, start my laundry, whatever. And then I'll go back maybe 20 minutes later and do 5 to 6 more minutes until I start getting my heart rate up again. I get off. I go do my dishes from breakfast or something I need to do in the kitchen. Come back half an hour later, maybe an hour later, get my paperwork done, do 5 more minutes. Okay, well, that's 15 minutes of working out if you do 3 segments of 5, but why it burns more calories. If I want to push that table across the floor, the momentum it takes for me to get it going is more you know what I'm saying? You're working using more energy to get it going. Once it's in motion, it's inertia, it stays in motion. Okay. But just getting it started, right? Think of your metabolism. You gotta push it to get started, right? Push it, push it, push it. And then it gets going and you do your workout and you kind of keep your heart rate pretty level, right? But it's that first 5 minutes, sometimes it's the hardest. Think about it.
Right.
Well, if you do that 3 times, 4 times a day, that first push,
gotcha,
you burn more calories.
That makes sense.
And if you burn 5 more calories or 10 more calories, I don't care. I'm burning more calories. I don't care if it's 100 more. The more calories you burn at the end of the day is what counts. It's not a 30-minute period. You don't have to work out for 40 minutes or, 5 minutes is all I do. Get that heart rate up. Push yourself for 5 minutes and get off. Because that's the max amount of time where you burn the most calories.
Tell me more about your Workout 180 product.
I developed it for me. It was something I took an old piece of equipment that had been a proven product before, the steppers, and basically I made it unstable so that when you're just standing on it, you're working out your core. You're rocking back and forth, almost as if you're standing on a seesaw. And I was using light weights, free weights for my upper body, so that when I stood on it, showed it to my mom, and she was, wow, Jen, you're working a lot of muscles, and that's really nice. And well, my mom thinks it's a good idea, and she's, I think she walks on water. She's so smart. Well, if she thinks it's a good idea, maybe other people will think it's a good idea. So I went forward with my thoughts, and it took me about 3 years to get everything I needed in order, and I became patent pending with my idea. And at that point, I had the opportunity I saw in the Tampa Tribune auditions for Everyday Edisons, a show about everyday people with extraordinary ideas. If you have an idea you think could be on store shelves, come see us. We'll be down at WEDU Saturday from whatever time to time. Got my pitch down, got my prototype, and went down there, had on little like sweatpants and a t-shirt, ball cap. No, I didn't want to be a news anchor. I didn't want anybody to think of me other than an exercise person because these people...
An inventor, too.
An inventor, yes. And so I went in and filled out the paperwork and sat in line for about an hour, 45 minutes or an hour, got called through the first group, got immediately right through. They loved the idea. Got to the second group. They loved the idea. And the third group, same thing. So it just, from there, they were my blessing because what we're going to win from this is so much with childhood obesity, with obesity in general, with people who are training for martial arts. Think of all the core training they're getting. Oh, and by the way, remember I told you I use free weights for the hands? The engineers and I came up with a new system. We patented that as well. It's a technology where we use the extension bands, the stretch bands.
Sure, yes.
There's a light, medium, and heavy. So you can use one, two, or all three together and interchange them just by a clip. And so you have 7 different levels of resistance. So there's your upper body workout and your lower body. And then we made a device that it's just a strap that goes around your ankle and your foot, so you can stand on it and do leg extensions or leg kickbacks. You can do 200 and some exercise on this one little piece. And it comes in a stand so that when you're standing on it and it's stable, you're not rocking back and forth.
Is it lightweight?
15 pounds. Put it in your trunk of your car, put it in your back seat,
Wow.
take it to the beach. Personal trainers love it. I've shown it to a couple of senior citizens' homes. They love it because they can move it.
Sure.
It's not a treadmill they've got to push or something. Even the bigger pieces you got to push under the bed, they can't do that.
Why'd you name it Workout 180?
Because if you're not going in the right direction in your life, whether it's health or fitness, you want to do a different direction. If you do a 360, you're right back where you started.
I like it.
And it's yellow because it's my favorite color.